Right now, I'm losing around £1 million a month in revenue. You might be thinking, well, why? How? Well, look around you. This is one of my businesses, closed because of the C word, because of the P word. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about the opportunities that are bubbling up, even though I'm losing such a colossal amount of money. And I know you are as a business owner too. So in this video, let's talk about the highs that are just down the road. And I really think they are. Look at this. This is my business closed. No one's here. Usually we'd be doing about £100,000 a day just on our indoor play business during February half term. So do me a big fat favor. Like this video if you're liking this sort of content. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm literally begging you, please just subscribe to the channel and I'll give you some great value and I will continue to do so. Those of you that watch me regularly know I've got around 650 staff in my business. 450 of those people are now on furlough. The government are paying their salaries. We're topping it up around £50,000 a month. I'm really loving finding that 50 grand at the moment. The problem is right now, today, this is February half term here in the United Kingdom, my businesses will be generating around £100,000 a day, minimum. But that's not happening because of this. Empty chairs and empty tables. So how am I finding that £50,000 a month I'll have to contribute towards furlough? How am I paying the electric bills? How am I keeping my mojo going even though I'm having those dark times? This, ladies and gents, this Twizzletop's Day Nurseries, my day nursery business, has kept me going because it's a love, want and need business. And I want to tell you more about that and why you should be thinking about this. Because what happens if something else like this happens in 2 or 3 years' time? It's a real concern of mine, so I'm planning now. Behind me is our day nursery here at Lakeside Shopping Centre. It's been going like gangbusters during these real tough times. Why? Because it's a love, want and need business. People love childcare. They want their children to be educated, and quite frankly, if they're working from home or they work for a company, they need their children to be educated so they can bring in the bacon to pay for the family bills. We've opened 2 more day nurseries during lockdown, and it's actually businesses that follow that system of love, want and need that have done fantastically, or at least people want them and absolutely need them. Supermarkets have had their best ever trading period during the C word, the P word, during the illness. I think we need to take reference from that to implement that into our business. Let me tell you a little story before we wander around and see just how badly lockdown has affected this just shopping centre here, Lakeside. A friend of mine, our showman, they've got a big fun fair business. They're very dear and close friends of mine. They own loads of assets, they own loads of lorries, but right now people can't do leisure and hospitality. We all want to go out for dinner, we all want to go out for days out, but the government have stopped us from doing that. Unless you're going to get your own army and police force, that ain't going to change until they change their mind. I was talking to them yesterday, I said, look, you've got all these assets, you've got all these knowledge, you've got all these people. It's now time to create the next revenue stream, create the next model that can help you be prepared for when this does happen. So this play centre, gone, income gone, but we've still got some income coming from there. So this site, rather than losing money, just breaks even. And during a lockdown, I'm happy to break even. So what should they be doing? Here's some of my ideas. So they've got all these assets, they've got all these knowledges, they've got cranes, they've got diggers and all of this stuff. They do events, they can't do events anymore. So I said to them, you've got to become builders, you've got to be doing construction, you've got to create a new business using all the assets that fold into your existing empire. So they're starting to do that. Now, they could come out of this smelling as roses. As everything opens up, leisure and hospitality is going to go boom. These restaurants that are closed are going to start opening up again. People are going to go out for dinner. And so their business like that's going to go really well. But if they could build up this second business that they share the resources of both businesses, they're going to get that second revenue stream. If I just had that play centre, I'd probably be dead. The business would be finished and I'd be out of the game. But because I've got multiple revenue streams that crucially, here's the big thing, gang, fold into existing empire, I'm winning the day. Now you see the thing is about these restaurants, this place, look, haven't been bothered to do anything. But there is a particular company that I noticed whilst walking down here earlier, Wagamama's. I'm a big fan of Wagamama's. These fellas, just have a little look. We've been a bit cheeky here. If you look in here, all these white bags represent the amount of takeaways they're doing. They're closed. They're going like gangbusters. They never used to do takeaway, but Wagamama's thought, no, we're going to make some money. And now they've got a great eating in-style business, but they've also got a great takeaway business. They've started doing cookbooks and they've really expanded the brand. So when this happens again, and it might just happen again, they're still in the game. And that's what it's all about, guys. When you're in business, making sure you keep the cash flowing keeps the business going. It's not always about profit, it's about cash flow. If you like to make enough money to own your own lake and your own boat, like me, then you need to sign up to my Entrepreneurs University. It's where business owners go to really grow their business, their wealth, their income, their knowledge, and be the very best that they can. In fact, that sounds like such a great idea. I'd love to own that lake and that boat. I'm going to join up myself. There's a link in the video description where you can try it for free at my website, jamessinclair.net. That's right, you can try my Entrepreneurs University for free to grow your business. Why wouldn't you do that? jamessinclair.net is the place to go. Come on. Look at this, everything is closed. Electric game box, Casco Lounge, and then the stupid ZZ. Why is ZZ so stupid, dear viewer? Come on, hit it in the comments below. I'll tell you why they're so stupid. I've been closed for months and they've left the lights on. It gets right on my nerves. If you're a business owner, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. Nickelodeon Adventure, gone. Look at the fun fair. The fun fair, chuds, gone. TGI Fridays, gone. Hollywood Bowl, gone. How does this propose a little advantageous moment to entrepreneurs though? It's the language of leverage. Who uses leverage and who doesn't use leverage? Little poll here, Debenhams. That's who doesn't use leverage. Let's go and see them. Guys, I need some help from you. This is Lakeside Shopping Centre. As you can see, it's a huge piece of real estate. It's literally massive. Car parking spaces, hundreds of thousands of square foot of real estate. We all know loads of shops have gone bust during coronavirus. What do you think is going to happen to these giant white elephants? I'm going to continue trading here and I'm really excited about my store doing really well because I think I'm going to be able to negotiate lower rents, lower overheads, and people are still going to want to come out and do stuff. What do you think is going to be in here? Do you think they're going to turn swathes it into an office block? Do you think some of it's going to become accommodation, a hotel, flats, apartments? I don't know. I'd love to know what you think as business owners. Hit it in the comments below. What do you think is going to happen to these big shopping centres? How are they going to be repurposed? And crucially, would you consider opening up a business in here if you could get a really juicy deal of low rents, low overheads, rent-free periods, contributions to set your business up? This is going to be a really interesting thing that happens here. So what do you think is going to happen? Hit it in the comments below because I want to make some videos on this. I'd love to know your opinion. Let's get back to it. The language of leverage is exactly what great entrepreneurs have used over the years to grow business exponentially. See, they can leverage their systems, their IT, their management team, the assets that they own. In fact, Lakeside Shopping Centre that owned this site, they've gone bust and they over leveraged. They borrowed too much against their assets and then the bank called it in. But there's this company here, Debenhams, that I don't think leveraged themselves enough. It's a 300-year-old English brand that everyone knows, and they just didn't jump online as fast and as good as they could have, like their rivals like John Lewis, who've done a great job of doing that. Now they're gone. So when we're coming into this shopping centre, when everything goes back to normal, there'll be no more Debenhams, there'll be no more Arcadia Group with Topshop, Burton's, Miss Selfridge, all gone. Can you imagine all those empty stores? This is where the opportunity comes for entrepreneurs. Look at the size of that building. It's about 25% of the real estate here, plus all them other stores. There's going to be one man that owns it all, Mike Ashley, who owns Sports Direct and all of those shops. He's got House of Fraser on a temporary lease at the other end of Lakeside. What if he pulls the plug? That's it, Lakeside finished. So if you're a canny entrepreneur, when the world opens up, now's the time to start negotiating with landlords. And for the first time ever, tenants have got everything in their court so that they can negotiate the best deals to get in there. Rent-free periods, capital contributions where the landlord gives you money to fit out your shops. It's going to be great. And lower rents. And when you have lower rents here in the United Kingdom, you have lower business rates. That's what the council charges you, like council tax, which as a rule of thumb is usually half of your rent. So these people might be paying £1 million a year rent. They've then got to pay £500,000 a year in council tax, business rates. But if that all of a sudden becomes $400,000 a year rent, they've then only got to pay $200,000 a year in council tax, which means they can invest into experience-based retail and really get going. That's probably why they didn't invest into having a great online presence, because they just didn't have the cash as they were funding these big white elephants with over-the-top high rents and overheads. This is James Sinclair. I'm passionate about helping you grow your business. So do me that big fat favour. Like the video if you've liked this. Comment below, what are you going to do to grow your business when we get out of this? Subscribe to this channel. Please just freaking subscribe so you can get notified when we bring great new things to grow your business by clicking here. And if you want to know more about the language of leverage, it's in my Entrepreneurs University. And here's a little video about it as well. I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ra, bye-bye.